The big rally Friday extended into today. Investors started the week in a buying mood, snapping up shares of technology stocks as U.S. and Chinese officials talked trade and the price of oil rose. The Dow Jones Industrials rose 98 points to 23,531. The Nasdaq added 84. The S&P 500 was up 17. As usual, there was volatility, but there was also a sense of relief, which stands in contrast to what investors were feeling not too long ago. Bob Pisani explains.
It's remarkable how much market sentiment has changed just over the past few days. Investors have had a long list of concerns, but they're finally starting to see some progress made on several fronts. There were worries about the Fed raising rates too quickly, trade talks going nowhere, Chinese economy slowing down, and a possible recession as soon as this year. Now, the Fed has softened its language on interest rates. Fed Chair Jay Powell reassured investors he's listening carefully to the market's concerns and that the Fed remains patient and flexible when it comes to rate hikes. Trade talks, the second issue, are picking up. High-level officials from both the U.S. and China are meeting today and tomorrow to try to hash out the terms of a deal. Third, there's some hope for the Chinese economy. Yes, it's slower, but China has announced stimulus programs to loosen liquidity and boost its infrastructure spending. Yes, expectations for earnings growth in the United States are coming down this year, but it could be a lot worse. Most of them are in the mid-single-digit range. Gas prices have fallen 20% since October. That is a huge tax cut for the American consumer. All right, how about this fear of a recession thing? Stronger jobs growth and the comments from the Federal Reserve, I think, are fending off those fears, at least for now. Now, the one major wild card definitely out there is political risk, both here in the United States and overseas in Europe. The fate of the UK and Brexit, that's murky. And now here in the U.S., now that former U.S. Defense Secretary Jim Mattis and other key moderates are gone, some are worried that maybe it is President Trump and not the Fed who might make some kind of policy mistake. Here's the bottom line. We are certainly not out of the woods, but the trend is definitely improving. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.